Our last best of 3 of the day. To the bottom left of the map, we have the Slayers player. He is starting in red, and his ID is
Slayers Puzzle.
Puzzle faced his opponent already in the winner bracket and was able to edge out a 2-1 win. This is their second encounter in this tournament. To the top right, we have the CJ Entus player, and it is not effort, no, it is
CJ Entus Hero.
Do you remember the last game that they played on this map? This crazy match where
Blink
Hero should have
Stalkers
won.
Yeah.
Exactly, these Blink Stalkers, and this one engagement where Hero did not take down the sentry of his opponent. The Guardian Shield was active for the entire time, and it was just crazy.
And he could have just forced a stalemate by defending.
Yeah. He could have just forced a stalemate or even won the match, but it was Puzzle who had more experience, who made the better decisions. And now Hero is actually starting things with a very aggressive gate here.
And Puzzle is going for Nexus first. So Hero is going with the 11 gate versus the Nexus first. Puzzle, man, the Mothership Core is not out yet. You need to calm down. Does Puzzle have the beta before me? That can't be true.
Nah, I don't think that's actually the case.
I can't believe he's going to do this, man. He's pulling an Oz here. Oz is the only person I can think of who's ever done this in a broadcasted PvP.
And he's
facing... Yeah, he lost, and he's facing a chrono-boosted Zealot. As soon as he sees the Nexus first, he can go Blink Stalkers and punish him. That may be his plan from the beginning even. We'll see. Look at this late gate. Oh my god, if he... Well.
And with them facing each other in the winner's bracket, this is of course also a match that is kind of dominated by mind games. You faced your opponent already, and as soon as they knew they had to face each other again, they looked at those replays. They looked at the games and were just thinking about, okay, what happened back then? What can I do differently? How did my opponent play against... I mean, Hero is going to watch the replays that Puzzle played against Creator, for example. So what did he do? And right now, Puzzle using something that he did not do the last time with a very aggressive, economy-based game. Early Nexus, and here comes Hero, Zealot, Chrono boosted, as Wolf mentioned, very early, and he is going to spot this.
Yeah, he's going to spot it, and he's going to try to take a few probes with him. This is going to be the moment where Puzzle is going to have to micro better than a Warcraft 3 player, man, because this is so critical for him to defend his probes with. If he loses too many here, this will become a big problem. It's good so far. And he's trying to bully the Zealot away, and nicely done so far, but he's losing a lot of mind time. And look at that position, perfectly done by Hero. Yeah. This is exactly what he wanted to prevent.
And he's losing so much mining time already.
2
wow,
probes, 3 probes.
Oh my god.
4.
Oh god. And 5. Okay, well, I have one question. Do you think this Zealot was worth it?
You know what?
Maybe.
I'm going to sleep on it. Actually, no, I changed my mind. Yeah, it's worth it.
Just. Wow.
He's just making 3 gates. He's going to do just a 4 gate, and Puzzle will not hold the Nexus. He cannot cancel either. So, well, let's find out what, how much Puzzle has practiced against this type of build and what his plan is going to be here. He's making sentries, which can buy time at the top of the ramp, but as soon as the Nexus is dead, all the Hero has to do is press V on his keyboard, then he can press R, and he can click Make Robotics Facility and still be ahead.
I mean, killing 5 probes this early is like it's the best thing that can happen to you.
Especially because he's not been able to use his second Nexus right now either. He's not even making probes there because he knows that, like...
It's not even about the resources lost. It's 250 against 100 resources lost, but the mining time as well, and all the entire time. The micro puzzle could definitely have been better, but I think he was probably pretty shocked when he saw what was happening.
Yeah. Gates are done. Pylon is done. 4 Stalkers come in here.
Wow.
I mean, this could not be any worse for Puzzle. He's going to have to hope those sentries can turn into oracles and fly if he wants to win this game.
Well, good luck defending against this. This Nexus is doomed.
No Mothership Core, man.
No.
And there's the VR I was talking about. That is how you make the robotics facility at home, which is exactly what Hero's doing right now.
He kills the expansion. He's in a great spot right now. He's moving in once again, trying to walk up the ramp. That's a double force field. Actually well played here. At least able to take down 1 Stalker.
Tries to kill a neutral depot. That didn't quite work out, but
he's nice. I mean, he's like, okay, well, I'm here, so I can actually just take down the depot, so you don't have to do it later.
You know what I think is the most likely course of action for Hero now is to just make a Warp Prism and rally across the map and finish him Mortal Kombat style. But he will probably play this safer. and either take his own Nexus, start Immortals, or get a robotics facility.
He already has a probe down at the bottom of the ramp, so he will. There's the Nexus. He's going for the expand, and Hero has a pretty comfortable wall in right now. He has a contain. He can just use his one sentry that he has in order to block down the ramp with a force field.
And even if he goes down there with that type of unit composition, it's not going to work.
Yeah, exactly. What are you going to do? You need like perfect force fields in order to make this happen. And all the time that is currently being bought by Hero. There's Puzzle with his one, well, the one robotics facility being completed. Well, what are you going to do now?
Well, there's no answer. I guess this is one way to approach things. Just hope your opponent misses the force field, and actually Hero does miss. But he's going to lose the sentries on the low ground. And look at the micro here. With pure Zealots, you can actually trade okay. Doesn't drop that last force field. And Puzzle actually breaks out.
Yeah, resources lost though, 1,400 against 1,000.
Oh my god. And he gets the Observer as well.
Gets the Observer, but the expansion is nearly done for Hero. He's already on 2 bases, and he has also the Harvester count to make this happen. He's at 32 to 26.
Plus the Immortal that's out is critical as well.
There's just not a lot to do for Puzzle at this point. He knows he is behind, but he just doesn't have another chance, another option left to him.
Yeah, he's... I don't like this Nexus first of all, actually. I want to see... I actually would like to talk to him, and in fact, I will attempt to do so after the series if he doesn't lose, because if he loses, I'm not going to bother him about it. But
it's a mind game.
You know, I want to ask him, like, what is this a build that you assume your opponent's not scouting for? Or have you held 4 gates in the past? Or do you think that your opponent is going to see the Nexus and go, well, I'm just going to try to beat him with Blink Stalkers? Then you hold, like what almost happened with Oz when he did, but you know, it just does not seem like a build that is used, and it seems like there's a reason for it. I mean, it's just too hard to actually pull off.
Hero is now going for this Wall Prism. He will most likely just start to drop his 2 Immortals a little bit and do some damage while he's following things up with the Robotic Spade. Puzzle's doing the same thing, just a little bit faster, but if we talk about economy, then Puzzle just can't compare to Hero. With 13 additional Harvesters, Hero is in a great spot, has a very good economy. He's even following things up with a Forge right now. And his Warp Prism is done and already on the move with the 2 Immortals.
Yeah, he's actually bringing his Zealots across the map as well. He's going to try to do some elevator play, but you know, the thing about Immortal drops is they're great when your opponent has little Stalkers, and this is something that Hero already knows. He spent so much gas on the sentries, and to catch up in tech, it means he cannot make Stalkers at all. And Hero knows this without even looking, man. He knows it with his eyes closed, his hands tied behind his back. There's going to be very few Stalkers here, and that's going to really allow him to capitalize on this Warp Prism. And here he goes, right away. He may even bring these Zealots in with him.
Warp Prism drops the Immortals, and they are actually working at the robotics here.
Yeah.
Ooh la la.
A little bit surprised he didn't warp in a sentry to try to trap, but he's got sentries on the low ground. He gets the robotics, and he will get out.
Wow, by robotics. This was actually like this was basically nearly the final blow.
Yep. And now the Immortals coming on the low ground to fight as well. Hardened shields, really, as long as they're active, the Immortals are not going to do too much damage to each other. But the key here is that Puzzle does have Zealots pushing these back. And you know, you kill the robotics, which is important for Colossus timings, which Hero is starting. But in the end, as far as units go, Puzzle traded okay, but losing the robotics is something he cannot afford to do because
his Colossi count for once is, of course, going to be so much behind. He's trying to compensate for it with the double robotics now, but Hero already has a second robotics on his way too. He has the faster extended thermal lance. He has already 1 Colossus before Puzzle even starts his production, and this is getting better and better for Hero.
Yeah, it really is. I'm trying to find the Observer for Puzzle because if he... well, he's got it around his base somewhere, but it's not out on the map, so it doesn't. He's not seeing the impending doom. Oh, there it is. Actually, both the Observers on the map are together, as if they've decided to be friends.
Observer cuddling to the left, to the right side of the map, indeed. And here comes the Warp Prism speed. Now that extended thermal lance is done, we have the Warp Prism speed, and this helps him a lot with the harassment, of course.
Yeah. The Observer is actually on follow command, so he's going to be able to chase it down and kill it. If Hero actually sees that Puzzle is, you know, this far behind in Colossi and decides he wants to capitalize on it, he doesn't have to see it to know it, but if he sees the timing literally, I think he may decide to just go for an attack using Warp Prism speed. Oh, wow. The Observer, 5 hit points left there, does survive.
just surviving here. Bottom right is the Warp Prism in position.
It's almost as if he wants to use it for a counterattack. Now he's starting to move in with it. No Immortals in this drop, Zealots only.
And the Colossus count is now 2 against 2 in just a few seconds. Currently it's 2 against 1, but the second one is nearly done with the double robotics that he has. Here comes this third base, something that he can take a lot earlier, and this Warp Prism with speed just is so fast.
It's just another way to ensure that he can hold his third, because even if Puzzle sees it and wants to attack it, he's going to have the inferior army, and then he's just got the Warp Prism for backstabs.
The income is still much better for Hero with his Harvest account lead that he has. And now to the top right, more and more Immortals, Colossi just being built for Hero. He has the better count once again. And Puzzle is just in a tough spot. The third base is going to play into Hero's hands, of course. He's so much faster with this expansion. And the army supply is currently a little bit in favor of Puzzle, actually. I'm not quite sure. Do you think he's going to take a third base, or do you really think he's going to take timing and starts to just push on 2 bases and tries to bully his way through?
I think he has to attack, especially considering he knows the third base of Hero is up faster and he's behind in Colossus' account. And if he allows the third base to go up, then it's just going to be so tough. And look at this. He's already losing probes here. He's not even mining from one of his bases. Sends everything home. And this is exactly what Hero wants to do. He wants to slow down any potential attacks. Every Zealot is saved. Warp Prism gets out without taking a single point of damage to its shields.
The expansion for Hero is now done, and at this point he gets the additional gas, still producing double Colossi. Even if Puzzle moves out right now, Hero will have the better Colossi count. I think I just mixed 2 player names up, but you guys know what I'm talking about. Hero, he has the third, is in a better position, and Puzzle moving out right now will most likely run into a wall.
The blue man, the top right, is dangerous, and he is actually warping in a ton of units away from his third base. So Puzzle, the thing is, Puzzle may be able to kill this Nexus, and he probably will, but he still has a problem in his main, and he's not going to be able to kill Hero very likely with this.
Yeah, the third base is something that Hero has to sack here. You're completely right, but he can just make sure that he is able to defend his expansion. This is the most important thing right now. The count in Colossi is 5 to 6, but 2 additional ones for Hero will emerge.
And that's exactly why those probes came out, because he needs the time and he knows it. Immortal targets the Colossus down, but now the Colossi are pulled back, and Puzzle, will he actually break through here? It's starting to look like he will. And even though he's lost a lot in his main base, man, he is breaking up. There's no support for the Colossi. Oh, attacking up this ramp was a poor choice, though.
Yeah,
he should have gone for the natural. Oh, this is
50 supply against 113 tells the tale. The Zealots at the bottom left are still active and taking down the main base of Puzzle. GG.